Hello, folks, and welcome to Lifeline Origins, a 4-episode web series that explores the concept, creation, and independent publishing of a gay science fiction novel, now available through Friesen Press. Hello, and warm greetings from Fox Point, Nova Scotia, which is about 45 minutes outside of Halifax, Canada. My name is Christopher Wilson, and my pronouns are he, him, and I'm here with novelist Grant Edward Miller, the novelist of Lifeline Origins, our new gay science fiction novel that we're discussing today. Grant, please say hello to our viewers.
Hi everyone, like I said, I'm Grant, and I use the pronouns he, him.
Awesome. We are here to talk about the concept. We've gone beyond concept, and now we're getting into the nitty-gritty of why it is you wrote this novel. So anyone that tuned into our last episode, you'll know that this novel was inspired by a short story that Grant previously wrote, sort of based on a relationship in which he felt a bit isolated and trapped, and then it sort of branched out into this incredible concept called Lifeline Origins. So talk to us a bit about when you were writing this novel in its full version, based upon this short story. What were the things that you were excited to talk about in this novel?
In the original story, there was this sense that the two characters were connected somehow, perhaps telekinetically.
And remind us of the name of the two characters?
Tam and Brogan.
Tam.
Tam is the main character, Brogan is his partner. There was this idea that they were connected, and I never really pursued the idea more than that, because it was meant to be just a short story. And as I was rereading it, when I started to think about making a novel, or writing a novel, there was the idea of the mind reading. And I brought in the idea of what we call gaydar. And in my youth, exactly, the idea that, exactly, and the idea that, but seriously, I mean, in the 70s and 80s, and I'm sure even before that, gay men always had this sense of, you know, as they're seeing a man on the street, that they knew that there was a sense that they were connected somehow.
Right, of course.
And that idea that you knew instinctively that he was gay allowed for a safety zone that perhaps I can meet this man without being discriminated against.
Right.
And that's echoed in the story itself.
Right.
So,
What did you want? What was sort of, if you were to describe sort of the thesis statement, like what's the heart of the story to you? When our readers and our viewers interface with this novel, what were you hoping that they could take away from this story?
that love is universal, that gay men can love another as equally as anyone else, and that love can move the universe itself.
And love can move mountains. Yeah.
I almost said that, but
It's okay. He didn't, so I could sing it.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So, and how do you feel right now that this novel is out in the world?
I'm still kind of floating on cloud nine. It's hard to believe. I mean, I have to go back many years ago when I didn't really consider myself a writer. And I've had several people come to me and say, "Great, you are a writer. You have to tell yourself that you're a writer." And that allowed me to push through and plan for the novel, flesh it out, develop the characters, develop the settings. I had to create an entirely new universe with new words, different kinds of characters that interacted with the two main characters. And it was a massive process.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, we're really excited, and viewers, I know, as I said, this novel is available through Friesen Press, and there'll be lots of links below for you to get your hands on this fabulous novel. Tune in for our next and final episode, which is going to be, I think, actually the arrival of the books.
Ooh.
Because we're getting some actual physical copies of the books, because coming up at the end of this week on Friday, April 28th, will be the book launch here in Halifax, Nova Scotia. So for any people that are local to Nova Scotia, we're excited to invite you to that, and we'll be providing more details. Until then, thank you so much, Grant, for sharing your awesome enthusiasm on this great piece of literature, Lifeline Origins, and we'll see you next week.
Cheers.